Award-winning natural bodybuilder and international executive chef Ramel Griardi shares his best recipes for building strength. Sports performance trainer and nutrition expert Joe Arco coaches us through the nutritional components of those recipes and shares his knowledge working with professional athletes.
You know what, Ramel? I'm feeling a little Mediterranean tonight.
Me? I'm feeling a little chicken tonight.
What'd you have in mind?
How about a nice Greek village salad and some nice lemon skewered chicken? How's that, Joe?
That sounds absolutely fantastic. And Body Fuel's bodybuilding chef Ramel's got an amazing dish for us to change up your boring salad, add a little spice, and a nice Mediterranean twist today.
Well, Joe, you know what? A lot of times when I go to these Greek restaurants, the salad is actually just lettuce, some onions, some olives, and probably a little bit of feta cheese.
I usually always get 2 olives every time. It drives me nuts.
That's usually the case.
Now, what are you going to be changing for our authentic village Greek salad?
Well, first of all, we're going to be using a lot of vegetables.
Okay.
No lettuce at all in this one, just vegetables.
No lettuce.
No lettuce.
I'm looking forward to this.
Okay, why don't we start off by grabbing me that bowl there?
What's our first step here today in making the salad?
Well, we're going to grate a little bit of the rind off the lemon.
Okay. Now, what's the purpose of using the rind?
The rind actually has all the flavors and all the oils inside of it.
Okay, so I'm assuming those flavors and those oils will help kind of blend everything together in that sauce.
Exactly, Joe.
Okay. Now, how much of that will you be using?
We're going to be using about half the lemon rind and half the lime rind as well, too.
Okay. Now, what exactly is this sauce going to be used for?
We're going to be using the sauce for both the chicken and the marinade or dressing for the village salad.
So this is not only serve as the dressing, but we're going to marinate the chicken there as well.
Exactly.
That's going to be a beautiful melody between the two, the salad and the chicken. So that's going to taste absolutely wonderful together. So now we got some lime there as well, I see.
Exactly.
Okay. Now I notice here we have a lemon and lime cut up as well. We're going to use that for a different purpose, or is that going in there as well?
This is actually going inside there as well, too, Joe.
Okay, so not only you're using the rind, so the oils and that, that flavor, but then also the juice as well.
Exactly. Okay. So we're going to ream the lemon first.
So half a lemon, half a lime?
Exactly.
Now what's very interesting about lemons and limes is that by nature they're extremely acidic, especially to the taste. But what's funny is that in the body they do the exact opposite. They're very alkaline. So you see them a lot when you're going to a restaurant, you have lemons and limes with your water. Not only are the lemons and limes very alkalizing for the body, but they're also a great detoxifier. So I highly recommend whenever you're drinking water, as much as you can, adding lemons and limes to that water.
Now, Joe, we also want to add a little bit of herbs. You get that little bit of flavor in there. It's a seasoning,
What herbs are we going to be using today?
Well, we're going to add a little bit of oregano. It's very typical for Greek salads. And we're going to add a little bit of rosemary as well, too.
Nice.
Beautiful.
I'll take that for you.
Now, Joe, we're going to add a little bit of nice extra virgin olive oil.
Now, you really can't have an authentic Greek dish without olive oil now, can you?
No, you can't.
Such a staple in the Mediterranean diet. And the Mediterranean diet is such a great diet. I mean, it really focuses on a lot of whole foods, a lot of vegetables, unprocessed meats. It's a very great diet to follow.
Now, we just want to season that.
So we got some salt and pepper.
Exactly. And we're just going to mix that all up, Joe.
Okay. So you said before earlier that we're going to do this kind of half and half. So we're going to save half of this for the salad. We're going to put that aside, and then half we're going to use for the marinade.
That's exactly it, Joe.
Okay.
Now, add a little bit in that bowl there.
Okay, so we got half of this stored here, half here. You want one half of these for the chicken?
Exactly. Now, we have a nice boneless, skinless chicken breast.
Okay. Now, roughly how big would you say that is in terms of ounces?
That's roughly around 9 ounces.
9 ounces. Now, 3 ounces of chicken breast will give you approximately anywhere from about 24 to 28 grams of protein. And depending on the actual cut of chicken, about 1 to 3 grams of fat, which is nice and low. So it's a very high protein source, low fat protein source as well. So roughly speaking, I mean, if you really wanted a protein packed meal, you have up to about 75 grams of protein right here. Now that's quite a bit of protein for one intake. So what we could do is as well as save some of this for maybe lunch the next day or a snack later on.
Joe, can you grab me this? Oh, well, there you go. The bowl's right here.
I'm on top of things,
Oh, yeah.
You might be fancy, but I'm prepared.
Now that we have this going, I'm just going to add that to our marinade. See how nice that looks? And it smells great, eh?
It does smell absolutely fantastic. Now we're going to be using some skewers here that have been soaking in water for about 10 minutes.
And I placed the chicken cutting board.
Over there?
Yes.
Okay, very important not to cross-contaminate your food. So whenever you're using utensils like knives, cutting boards, or even the tongs that he was using, make sure to set those aside and use fresh ones. You don't want to cross-contaminate E. coli, bacteria, and stuff like that. Now, what was the purpose of soaking these?
You don't want them to burn, Joe. So whether you're doing it on a grill or a pan or any type of utensils, you want to make sure that they're soaked so that way they don't turn and burn.
Great. Now, what do you want me to do with these? Now, is this long enough?
Yeah, I believe that's long enough. You want to skewer those off for me?
So
That'd be
I'm
great.
going to skewer these off now. We're going to get 4 skewers out of this. Now we've got some nice oils on here, so that olive oil is on here. We have that beautiful smell from the lemons and the lime, so you can really smell. I don't know if that's coming from the rind or if that's coming from the actual juices, but it smells absolutely fantastic. I'm assuming you follow a pretty high protein diet as well.
Exactly.
And so do I. And what people will find is that high protein diets are actually very acidic in the body, meaning that they aren't really good for the body. But if you can combine a nice large quantity of vegetables that are very alkaline, you can kind of reduce that acidity in the body and keep the body very healthy at the same time. Now these are almost done here.
Well, now we're going to go start chopping our vegetables.
Okay, so if you want to start doing that, I'll finish these here.
Now we have a nice cucumber. We want to take that cucumber. It's a seedless cucumber, but what we want to do is we still want to take away just a little bit more of the seeds out of there, just in the middle part. So we have...
Fancy.
Well, you know, they call me fancy pants for some reason.
Okay, so we have a full cucumber that we're going to dice up here. We are taking the seeds out of those. In the meantime, Ramel, anything I can do?
Yeah, why don't you grab me that bowl?
Okay, so in this bowl here, what we have is we have the juice of the lemon, we have the juice of the lime, we had our spices. Which spices did we use again?
We had a little bit of oregano.
So we got some oregano.
We have a little bit of rosemary.
Okay, and then we also had the rind of the lemon and the lime as well for a lot of that flavor in the oils.
Why don't you add this inside there, Joe?
Okay.
We're gonna add all this vegetable, all this beautiful vegetable. We have some tomatoes as well too, Joe.
Okay, so we're gonna throw in some tomatoes.
Perfect. A little bit of yellow pepper.
Now I notice we have some yellow peppers and some red peppers as well. Red peppers and yellow peppers are an amazing, amazing vegetable for a couple of reasons. One, they've got great antioxidant properties, so the actual pigmentation and the colors will provide 2 different types of antioxidants. So you have the yellow and the orange, sorry, the red, providing different antioxidants to the body. Not only that, but peppers are very thermogenic, meaning that it'll actually increase the body temperature. So you're actually burning more calories by eating these foods. So typically you see a lot of bodybuilders eating a lot of peppers and a lot of chicken for that reason. They want to start burning a lot more calories just by eating those types of foods.
Now, Joe, we're gonna add a little bit of olives as well too. These are pitted olives.
What kind of olives do we have?
These are Kalamata olives.
Kalamata, which is a nice staple in a Greek salad.
And a little bit of goat cheese feta.
Nice.
It's actually an organic one too.
Now, especially for those that are lactose intolerant, goat cheese is a very good alternative, doesn't upset the intestines. Not only that, but goat cheese is an amazing protein source as well. Goat cheese will be 40% lower in fat than regular cow cheese, but also 1 ounce of goat cheese will give you approximately 6 grams of protein.
Now we're gonna toss that. Why don't you toss that for me there?
And you know what? That's gonna taste absolutely beautiful. Okay, so we got that dressing working in with all these beautiful colors, all the beautiful vegetables. Do you want this set aside?
Yes, please.
Okay, so we're gonna set this aside for a little bit. Now we've had these skewers here marinating a little bit in that same dressing,
Exactly.
and those are gonna be ready to be cooked pretty soon. What's the next step here?
We're gonna cook the chicken in the skewers in the pan itself. A lot of times when you go to places, they already have a grill there or they have a grill pan. Well, a lot of people don't always have that. So we have a nice high quality stainless steel pan here.
So we're gonna be using this to sear off our chicken.
Exactly.
Okay,
A little bit more olive oil in there.
okay.
Nice high heat. Look at that, it's dancing. My olive oil is dancing there. Okay. Now you want to place those skewers inside there.
Oh, that's a perfect.
Can you hear that?
That sizzle going.
We're
how long-
smoking.
How long are we gonna be searing these off for?
We're gonna sear these off for about 2 minutes aside, Joe.
Okay.
A little bit of seasoning again. A little bit of pepper.
Now, are we gonna be fully cooking these in this pan?
No, we're not. We're actually just gonna be taking this just for 2 minutes aside, and then we're gonna place it into the oven itself.
Now, our oven's already preheated. What's it set at?
That's at 350.
Okay. How long will these be cooking in the oven?
About 5-10 minutes.
It's not too bad.
See, as you can tell, it's nicely caramelized. It's nice browning on there.
So about another 2 minutes on this side here. Okay. And so what's nice too is that while this is going to be cooking in the oven, this will start to infuse all those flavors too from our marinade. So by the time this is done, all those flavors will be saturated in all these vegetables. So we're gonna let that chicken finish cooking. We're gonna let all the flavors kind of blend into our vegetables. And when we come back, we're gonna put all this together and enjoy our beautiful, beautiful Greek salad.
Perfect.
Okay. Okay, now we're back and we're almost done with our chicken that's been in the oven for almost about 10 minutes now.
Roughly 10 minutes.
Let's recap what we've done so far.
So far we have a nice Greek village salad.
Yes. Now this is not the typical Greek salad that you might get in a restaurant. What's the biggest difference with this salad, Ramel?
This has just vegetables. You have your cucumber, you have a little bit of peppers, you have some tomatoes, some olives, and some nice feta cheese. It is actually goat feta that's organic.
You know, healthy fats in a salad is going to slow down the entire digestion of the entire salad. So if you're going to have a nice salad for lunch and you don't want to be feeling, hungry an hour later, pack in a little more of the feta cheese, put in some more of the olives. These are healthy fats for your body that they already need, but they'll also keep you feeling full a lot longer.
Now, Joe, can you pass me that plate? Place it on here,
Sure.
please. Beautiful. Now we're going to add our Greek village salad there.
That looks fantastic.
Isn't that nice? You know, the colors itself is just amazing. Look at that.
And you know what? The time that we took, it was a little extra time, but you know what? Instead of just placing the dressing on top of the salad, letting all that dressing sit in the vegetables for, 10, 15 minutes is going to make a huge difference in how that all tastes.
And it starts to marinate, starts to
That's going to be nice.
have the flavor built up
Let's
there.
check out the chicken, see if that's done.
Let's check out the chicken right now.
Now I can smell that coming out of the oven. You know what? That's going to taste absolutely beautiful. Now, how often would you have chicken salad?
Chicken salad, maybe about
Daily?
Daily, pretty much.
Now, I can definitely say that almost on a weekly basis, 3 to 4 times a week, I'm having chicken salads. But you know what's nice? Having a little bit of variety. And this is a nice variety on a very healthy, muscle-building recipe.
You know what, Joe? We're going to take it right off the skewer itself.
Saves a lot of time and saves me from
Exactly.
burning my mouth on there. We'll get rid of those for you.
We're going to add all 4 skewers there, Joe.
Now that's gonna be one massive protein-packed salad. If you're hungry 2 hours after this, you have a serious, serious issue.
So we're adding all our chicken.
So roughly speaking, we got about a good 70 grams of protein here.
70, if not more.
It's probably actually a little bit more than 70 grams of protein. And again, you know what? With all that flavor, this salad's gonna, this not only smells great, but I can almost guarantee this is gonna taste absolutely fantastic. You've done a wonderful job here, Chef Ramel.
And look at that.
Wow. So you wanna stay lean and you wanna build muscle, here's the recipe for you. We've got our protein, we have our healthy fats and all the vegetables that you need for a good lunch or a healthy dinner.
And not just that, Joe, all the colors in the rainbow.
All the colors in the rainbow, you know what? Full of flavor and full of taste. Why? Because we've got bodybuilding Chef Ramel.